What up, America? Here your boy lawyer. Nah, what up, y'all? It's your boy. I'm out here again, just rolling around, peeking game. You know what I mean? Ain't no slipping, ain't no tricking. Always on the move. Oh my man, oh, got a tractor. Yeah, man. I just wanted to just thought I'd come live and shoot a little shit with y'all, talk a little jive. You know what I'm saying? Do a little slap leg. 'Cause I'm out here, man. I got a live later on too at 1 o'clock. I'm gonna have too as well. You know, when I'm doing the chores and shit. I'm gonna talk about how it's been with my homesteading and stuff like that. And I ain't really got into it really big time. Tell you the truth, I've been doing all this shit solo. You know, but it just trips me out how people act, man. It just trips me out. You know, now that I'm retired, I have enough time to sit back and listen and contemplate some of the shit that I be hearing people say, and you know, and some of the shit that they be doing too, man. It's just weird how life just is so complicated to some people. You know, we got all these people running around here complaining about tariffs, complaining about what's gonna happen here in the future, doing all these doomsday prophecy predictions, and these motherfuckers only been alive for 20, 30 years. And they up here acting like they know how it looks, how the end look. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm almost 50, and I don't know, nigga. I can't tell you what's gonna happen next week. How the fuck you gonna tell me what's about to happen overall, nigga? I don't understand y'all, man. Yeah, don't understand. The older I get, the more I see that people don't really actually know anything. You know what I'm saying? And the people that do know a little bit, that's why they capitalize on us so much because we so fucking lost. They can capitalize on us with little shit like patty cake. See, if you put the right hand before the left hand, you'll do the patty cake right. Let me show you. And niggas will line up and pay for that shit. You know, not even knowing that these motherfuckers have figured out a little bit of something about us and they know how simple minded we is. You know, you got people paying to 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 be in other people's chats. I don't understand this shit. You make it hard for a nigga, a real nigga in this shit. Cause I'm not paying no motherfucker to be on this chat. You know, if you don't want me in your chat, block me, nigga. And if you block me, you just lost good commentary. Cause 9 times out of 10, I'm in your chat running shit up. You know what I'm saying? And most people can't do that. Niggas can't think and type at the same time. Most niggas can't, you know? And then if I come on your panel, man, it's even more lava because we're gonna talk about some shit that motherfuckers ain't never talked about. Ain't even thought about talk. We got niggas still talking about flat earth. You know how long the earth been considered flat, my boy? The earth been considered flat for hundreds of thousands of years. Nigga, if they ain't figured it out by now, guess what? They ain't gonna fucking figure it out. It ain't gonna happen. You know, niggas don't know if the earth flat, even with all the money they got and all these fucking toys they flying up in the sky, they still don't know what's going on with this shit. So I'm just gonna stick to the conclusion that I came up with that we don't fucking know. Flat, round, oblong, rectangle, whatever the fuck it is, nigga, just enjoy it while you're here because when you die, nigga, that's hell. Everybody going to hell. You would think niggas would cherish the time that they got here before they about to go uh chill in that hell for the fucking Trinity. You know, they don't even realize it, man. You don't realize what you have until it's gone. And when niggas die, they gonna be naked. And I'm not talking about naked with no clothes on. I'm talking about naked without a body. Niggas can't even stand themselves in their own head. How you gonna stand yourself without a head, nigga? How you gonna block motherfuckers out when all the bad shit happen? How you gonna cover your eyes with no hands? See, niggas don't know. They talking about something. I wanna uh go to another place. Nigga, you need to stay right where the fuck you at as long as you can. See, this is why the death code know if they kill niggas young, what's gonna happen to them when they come back here? When you come back here, you're gonna be stupid and dumb as a rock. And you're gonna just be another fucking animal in the herd. See? They don't want you to live to an old ripe age. People look, if you live to an old ripe age, you know what they expect in death. You know why? Because you damn near there. If you live to an old ripe age, guess what? You can reflect and collect your thoughts better. If you ain't got shit wrong with you. Hold on, my boy. You fine? Okay. This nigga almost ran out in front of me and hit me. Man, I can't. I'm about to lose my retirement. But yeah, man. I know this is ranting, but come on, man. Come on. Niggas, look, if you still listening to the same motherfuckers talking about the same shit that they've been talking about for hundreds of years, and they got the gist of it, but it still sound like the shit that you heard once before. God damn, man. You can't figure the nigga he ain't got nothing new for you. See, and this is just like the rewind and replay, man. This shit ain't nothing new under the sun. But when you find somebody with some new shit that makes sense, man, you might want to sit there a while and ponder. You might want to sit a spell with that boy. You know what I'm saying? You might want to take a walk with that boy and hear the shit he talking about. Because I'm telling you, man, they've been telling us the same shit for hundreds of years, and niggas still ain't got it, and niggas still suffering, and niggas still following. You know, I bet all them people that went out there with Jim Jones and fucking drank the Kool-Aid, then came back by now. Well, at least some of them, and came back by now, and they are fucking running around on fire. They hair on fire. Listen to me. You do not live and die a good death. You will come back to this piece a moron. I mean, literally a moron. You'll come back to this motherfucker with one of them Zika heads. And they can come back here with a tiny top. That's what I'm talking about. You want to come back to this bitch with a diminished source of intelligence? Because look, the universe, in my, I'm gonna call it the universe right now. I don't really think it's the universe. I just think it's the natural order of things. But the universe does not reward motherfuckers that don't deserve it. You know what? I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about mentally. The universe is like this. It's like a teacher. See, the teacher allows you to progress, at your own pace. The universe is a teacher that will let you progress at your own pace. That's what I meant to say. And this is the thing. It ain't gonna advance you unless you advanceable. Meaning like the universe ain't gonna advance no toddler to adulthood. And see, this is where we at right now. Unless you come back to this bitch a couple hundred times knowing who you was in the prior life, you still a baby in this bitch. We still babies because we can't remember our prior life. You know why? Because we ain't lived and a good death. Niggas used to think that dying a good death was, oh, I gotta die and be righteous. But see, the thing is that Righteousness doesn't depend on your acts, in the physical. I mean, because what's a righteous act? Fighting, struggling, lifting heavy shit. What's a righteous act? I mean, we don't really know. So righteousness actually is mental. It's something that you acquire mentally, and when you acquire it, what people don't understand is that you walk different. Not that you walk holy and shit, but you walk like you know something. You know how if you know where you're going, you know that point A and point B, you know where both directions and locations are located. Most niggas don't even know where they going. I mean, it's like if you don't know the direction to the store, you might not want to just strike out on your own. You might want to get some directions first. A lot of people just strike out. You know what I'm saying? And be like, I'll figure it out when I get there. Shit, I used to do that shit myself. I'll figure it out on the way. But as you start walking and you realize I don't recognize shit. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. It becomes clear and painfully obvious that you lost. And see, this is what the universe does. The universe don't come and pick your ass up and be like, I'll take you back home. No, nigga. It leave you right where you at mentally. And see, if you don't progress mentally, then you degress or digress or you know go backwards mentally because your mind is like a muscle. If you can't put new shit in it and build it up, then you really ain't you really ain't growing as a human. And see, when I look at people, I notice, man, motherfuckers is not progressing. I mean, especially if they still looking at things the way we've been looking at them for the few hundred years. They've been looking at this shit the same way, and none of it's been working. Ain't nobody got nothing progressive out of this shit. Politics. The only people that's successful in politics are the politicians, not the people that put them there. The politicians. So when I'm looking at people talk about this shit, I I feel like they just crying like a baby crying. You know what I mean? You can if a baby can't talk, all they can do is cry. You could go over there and pick them up. If they don't want to be picked up, they want something else. They're gonna keep on crying. You don't know, so you're just trying to pacify them. You give them something to play with, they don't want it. You give them something to drink, they don't want it. You give them a binky to put in their mouth, they don't want it. You walking around, rocking them softly, singing to them. They don't want that either. See, and this is why we can't progress as adults or as humans because we ain't progressed as children. Now, what do you do if you find out a baby don't want nothing you giving them? So now you know it's not something that they want. It's not a luxury. Now it's something that might be a necessity. How much did they eat? Do they need the diaper change? Maybe the baby got constipation. Maybe the baby got indigestion. You see what I'm saying? You troubleshoot. And this is how you grow. This is how you grow and you recognize the growth. If you automatically go to the troubleshooting phase, then you done grown. You done grown. But if you up there talking about something, I just don't know. I don't know what it is. They just won't stop crying. Then you a fucking toddler. You might as well lay down with the baby and start crying. Both of y'all cry in unison. Yeah. You see, I've seen people like that, man. I've seen people hysterical with the baby. Ah, you crying, I'm crying. Yeah, we both crying. You sad, I'm sad. No, dummy. Where's your troubleshooting? Where's your common sense that as an adult you should have? Where's all of the shit that you equipped yourself with as you were growing up? And this is why we can't remember nothing in our next life. We ain't equipped ourselves with anything as we're growing up, man. We don't really start learning something until we halfway dead. We don't really start figuring shit out until we halfway dead. And that's the sad part about it, man. Why you gotta die to know some shit these days? It's like the old folks, they lived all them years with a little bit of nothing and was able to make shit happen and live a long, prosperous life. Have many kids, you know, travel and do things within the realms of their scope, and understanding. But come on, man. We should be able to figure this shit out and be able to move forward. I guarantee you, if we had more people on that page, we wouldn't have as much loss as we have now. And I don't mean loss of lives, I mean loss, period. Motherfuckers is a loss for everything. A loss for words, a loss for everything, man. When you wake up in the morning and you feel like, God damn, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. And you fucking, it took you all night to figure it out? Nigga, that's crazy. That is crazy. I never had such hard problems, when I was growing up. I didn't have problems like that. And I see a lot of young people having these problems like they never, ever, you know, came across certain things. I learned how to drive from watching my parents drive, not by sitting on their lap and being on the steering wheel and shit. No, by watching them, looking at what they do, watch their hands, watch their feet. That's how I learned how to drive. Seriously. So when I got behind the wheel, it was natural because I had been watching and mimicking them all these years in my head. And see, I don't think people do shit like that. You ever seen a boxer shadow box? A boxer would shadow box for hours, not because he, want to look good when he's fighting, because he's mimicking somebody that he ain't never seen fight before. The shadow boxer get in the mirror, and who he watching? He watching himself. He ain't never been able to stand outside his body and watch himself fight. So that's how he's learning. He's learning by watching himself do something he been practicing doing. And as you get better, guess what? His technique becomes smoother. He becomes more elusive. His speed, his jab becomes quicker. You see what I'm saying? So that's not because he watched somebody else do it. That's because he paid attention to detail and watched himself. I think people ain't doing shit like that no more. They not doing shit like that. The hardest thing I ever had to do in life was make a decision. That was it. And after that, everything else was just, you know, business as usual. Work is work, no matter what it is. Whether you're doing it on a job or you're doing it on yourself, work is work. The hardest problem about that is deciding on if you're going to do it or not. The hardest thing is making the decision. And people are running from that shit. People run from that shit. Money, let me tell y'all something. If you measure yourself based off the money you make, you got a poor, what they call that shit? You got a poor sense of judgment. You know why? Because this money that we fighting so hard to get, motherfuckers will sit on that shit for 20, 30 years. And guess what? Once they get to a point where they feel like, oh man, I got so much, then what? You know what the first thing that comes to mind? Let me show everybody. Nigga, you think the first thing that comes to mind is to show everybody once you get to a certain point. Not go out and spend the shit. Not go out and do some good with it. It's let me show everybody. You see how far we've grown? We didn't forgot how to use tools because we don't even know how to use money. You got people that can make millions of dollars, man, at the drop of a hat. It's not hard for them to make money. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to what they gonna do with it, oh, that's the toughest fucking decision in the world. What am I gonna do with it? I'll leave it in the bank, make more money. Am I really gonna do anything meaningful with it? Am I gonna try and change anybody's life with it? Besides, well, a lot of people they don't even think like that, man. And I'm talking about the majority of people don't even think like that. The first thing we want to do when we get a lot of money or if we made a lot of money is show everybody. Like everybody been sitting around saying you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. And that's the shit we tell ourselves. And then we go and we tell other people, see, they told me I couldn't do it. See, ain't nobody saying shit to your ass. Ain't nobody saying shit to your ass. You told yourself that story as motivation so you can get yourself driven. Now that you to the point where you done drove yourself to success, nigga, the only thing you can come up with is show everybody you successful. Become incognito, nigga. Fall off the map. Do some anonymous shit. You know, change a motherfucker's life without credit. That's the shit right there that's gonna help you in the next life. Because you know why? You've grown mentally. You don't need acceptance. I hear people say that shit all the time. I ain't looking for no acceptance. You lying like a motherfucker. Everybody looking for acceptance. You lying like a motherfucker. Come to terms with that and nigga, fight it. Fight it. Stop trying to show niggas up. Stop trying to flaunt your money. Cause you might end up losing that shit. That's what niggas do. Niggas make a lot of money to ultimately end up losing it. And look, that's the game. Make as much as you can, get to the top, and then fall the fuck off. And then start it all back over. And that's round one. Nigga, how many rounds you gotta go through before you say, fuck this game, I ain't playing it no more, I'm living for self. Live for yourself, man. Fuck everybody else. You know why? Because if you can help yourself, it ain't gonna be shit to help somebody else. If you can do it for yourself, it ain't gonna be shit to do it for somebody else. But when you can't do it for yourself, then you need motivation from other motherfuckers. The negative motivation is what I'm talking about. People need negative motivation nowadays. Positive motivation is like getting slapped. You get slapped in the face and niggas like, you done done it now. Ah, I'm going off. Yeah, it took all of that. It took me putting hands on you for you to get motivated? Nah, nigga. See, motivation should be when we come across one another and you recognize that I'm not the one you should be fucking with. Now you should be motivated to get the hell out of Dodge. See, it takes motherfuckers to get their ass smacked up to get motivated. I ain't in the business of beating on kids, especially grown ass kids. So I just talk the shit. I just talk shit to them. I talk shit to everybody, man. You know why? The world was a much better place when people was talking shit about each other. When people was embarrassed of shit. The world was a better place. Now niggas ain't embarrassed of nothing. Nobody ain't embarrassed of shit. Motherfuckers will get on TV, not TV. Well, social media is TV now. But motherfuckers will get on social media and show you they Rudy to the tootie and be like, you love me. No, nigga, you weird. All your personal information, all your personal life is what? Personal. God damn it. All your personal life is personal. You don't need a motherfucker knowing all of that shit, man. You don't need that. They done ran a psyop on niggas, man. Got them thinking that they gotta put their personal life out here to be relevant. Even if you do put your personal life out here, all you gonna do is build a fan base of fucking trolls. Them niggas gonna troll you, and they gonna make you earn that fucking fan base. See, I don't want a nigga to troll me for my personal life. Troll me for my internet life. You know what I'm saying? Pick at me for the shit that I'm doing on this internet. But my personal life, nah, man, that's for me and me only. For me and my peeps. Keep that shit to yourself. You shouldn't be on this bitch telling everybody you done been touched by all your family members and shit. I heard somebody talk about that the other day. Or, you know, what you like doing in your bedroom and shit like that. Nigga, that's like a little ass kid. Can't figure out the conversation, don't got nothing common to say. You know what I'm saying? So start talking about, you know, inappropriate shit. You know, if you talk about all the shit you do in the bed, in the bedroom, and then you go there and you ain't doing none of it, you should feel like a sack of shit. And that's what I be thinking when I be hearing people talk about this shit. Oh yeah, I lay it down, you know, I do this, I do that. And the ladies eat worse. Ladies, let me tell y'all something. Y'all think it's hard for a man to that can't get it up. You know what I'm saying? They gotta go out there and get a honey pack or a pill or some shit. But let me tell you something. A lot of y'all ladies need an oil change. Y'all, y'all need to realize that, you know, the older you get, the juices ain't flowing like they used to. See? And y'all ladies, you know, ain't learned from Christian grandma and, you know, the real Christian grandmothers who used to go and every night had their little nightly rituals of oiling and lotioning and primping before they go to bed. Y'all don't realize they was doing a lot more than that because man, look, you only got one car in this life, and if you don't rotate the tires, nigga, them bitches gonna go bald. And men, y'all the same way. I don't know who told y'all supposed to, you know, I don't understand. I'm trying to say this shit so it, you know, sound weird. Who told y'all that fucking semen retention is is helpful or productive for men? You ever heard the term if you don't use it, you lose it? Nigga. Oh shit, what the fuck was that? Oh, rock. Ran over a rock. But yeah, you never heard the term if you don't use it, you lose it? Y'all niggas up in here saving your juices like y'all don't run out or some shit. I don't understand people, man. I do not understand people. But women, they need a honey pack too sometimes. Women, y'all need to find something that's gonna get your juices flowing. Cause some of y'all ain't susceptible to foreplay no more. You know, I done heard people talk about this and all that stuff. Shouts out to my homeboy Leonard Roy. Leonard Roy, old school Air Force. Yeah. Shouts out to my man. He'll tell you. He did he didn't try to get a woman mojo running, but he looked like the crypt keeper, but still, you know what I'm saying? A woman can still help a nigga out. You know, some of y'all is like the Mojave Desert down there. Yeah, y'all want to go swimming in the ocean, but y'all ain't even got a pond. Y'all fucking working with fucking creek water. That's what y'all fucking with. And y'all want a nigga to tear it up. And see, this is why I don't talk about this, because once you start saying this stuff to people, they get hurt and they start getting mad, and then the conversation turn left. See, it's all good when you're up in there and y'all all talking about what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it. But these natural functions, they not like they was when you was young. When you was young, all you had to do was breathe on the buttons. You know what I'm saying? Of the controller. Just breathe on them and it's gonna respond. Now you gotta get a damn hammer and some nails and a chisel, and you gotta pound away at them buttons because they frozen. And see, niggas going through the same thing, the same shit females going through. You see what I'm saying? And we tearing each other down, trying to prove that we more man or more woman than the next motherfucker. So let's just leave that shit out of the conversations, y'all. We got better things to talk about than that. You know, like how motherfuckers is trying to remember everything and shit only remember the good things or the things that help. We got motherfuckers who's out here trying to remember everything. Not even your computer can remember everything. Nigga, that'll dump the fuck shit and remember the shit that's gonna help you. That's what we should be talking about. What shit is productive and should be maintained and revisited on a daily basis? Because I don't think motherfuckers really know. For men, working with your hands. That should be visited on a daily basis. Nigga, even if it's screwing and unscrewing some shit into wood. I saw a kid one time, his parents, I think he had autism or something. His parents bought him a hammer and a whole thing of nails. All this dude did was nail every day. I guarantee you, it ain't hard to figure out what he gonna be when he get older. He gonna be doing something in construction. Or that nigga gonna have a house full of nails nailed into every fucking thing. Either way, that nigga gonna be nailing. You know he gonna be nailing. But at the same time, this man is concentrating on something that's gonna get him somewhere in life. Most motherfuckers don't even know how to hammer a nail. Been done fucked around and hammered themselves. Said if you can't hammer a structure, let's say a square, like take, let me see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take 12 pieces of wood and make you a three-dimensional square. If you can't do that with some nails or screws, then you got a problem. You got a problem. And see, women, y'all the same way. Women, I was listening to Angry Man earlier, and this man, sometimes he be touching, touching on some shit. Sometimes he be going off the wall with the He-Man woman hater shit. But this time, my man was like, yeah, uh, you know, women, what can you brag about? And he was talking about women are bragging about, I got a PhD, I make this amount of money, I got this, I got that cars, I'm big, I'm bossing it, you know what I'm saying? That's shit that men used to brag about, still brag about today. But when has it been when women, you know, start bragging about the same shit men brag about? It don't seem weird to y'all that women now brag about the shit that men brag about? Like, your whole life is about being like somebody else. That's crazy as fuck. Don't no women brag about being able to cook good. Being able to clean house, raise kids good. No accolades in the parenting department. Only accolades in the boss department. At work, making money, being an entrepreneur. See, women that went from the served to the servers and don't even know it. They thought they were the servers back in the day, but they were the served. A woman was getting served. A woman didn't have to go out and fuck around in the business world and being fired, and pleasing the boss, and working for the co-workers. They didn't have to worry about shit like that. The most they had to worry about was waking up in the morning, cleaning up the mess that they made themselves. Yes, we contribute to it too, but still, you contributed as well, cleaning up your own mess, and then cooking some food. When you got a lot of food and you just cooking for yourself, it's not as satisfying as when you got a lot of food you cooking for everybody else. You know, Yeah, I didn't understand that until my mom told me that, food tastes better with company. And I was like, man, I'd rather eat by myself. I ain't got time to be worrying about some motherfucker smacking or worrying about how I'm eating and shit. But it does feel better with company. And when you cooking and you know somebody else is gonna be eating your food, you kind of take pride and ownership in it. So you want them to feel satisfied. Oh shit, I filled my coffee. That's what happens when you get to running your mouth and you know, don't realize you got coffee in the fucking car. But yeah, man, women, we need the old thing back. This new thing ain't working. We need the old thing back. It ain't always about optics, how you look and shit. It's not always about that. A good woman don't need uh to be a 10. You know what I'm saying? A good woman can be a 5 on down. When you got qualities that stand out, other than the ass and tits and the face, man, you become cherished. And do you really find out if a nigga love you for you? And then when a nigga will protect you and take care of you and shit, will put himself in harm's way for you, you know a nigga love you for you. Not just your fat BBL and your fucking store-bought titties and fake eyelashes and fake hair and shit. Nowadays, women are fake, and they literally fake. It's not because we saying they acting fake. It's all of the above now. It's like all of the accessories. And see, the reason why they fake is because we, as men, accept the fakeness. Men don't love women no more because they don't love being with them. They just want to lay down with them, hit it, take advantage of the toys, you know what I'm saying? Play with them and, you know, leave the sandbox for somebody else to come and play in it. Women ought to get tired of themselves like kitty litter in a box where a nigga can come up in there and shit all over you and leave it, you know? And you trying to make it smell good. Women ought to feel bad about that shit, and it's not because women ain't got nothing to offer. They got a lot to offer. Women can take a home and turn it into a castle, man. I'm talking about a little bit of home and turn it into a castle. Because she a woman, she not demands it because she deserves it. I want my woman to feel comfortable. So I tried my hardest when I was younger to make it comfortable for her. That's why she's still with me when I'm an old nigga now. So old niggas, if y'all want a woman to be with you longer than a week, a day or two, a month, a year, you want to have a relationship that you don't know how long it's gonna last, but you just in it because it feels good. Then nigga, stop accepting the shit. Stop accepting just anything. Stop accepting it. Hey, take Al Sharpton's advice and boycott the fake shit, my boy, and you will get what you want in the end. The whole little saying is women outnumber men. It's a lie. This shit's a lie. It's always been a lie. Nature won't let women outnumber men. You know why? Because it's not balanced. There's always a balance. There's always, some type of scale that keeps shit on track. You're not gonna have more predators than you do prey. You're not gonna have more freaking sunshine than you do nighttime. It's gonna always be equal, man. It might seem like it's not, but it is. It's equal. If it wasn't equal, then it wouldn't even be here. It wouldn't even function. All the unequal shit die out. It's like a fad. So don't forget, man. If you settle for it, you accept it. And if you accept it, you promote it. And that's why I don't fuck around on my woman, man. That's why I don't care what she do. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I know my role. My role is to be the man. And if I'm a man with honor, I'm a dutiful man, I'm gonna stick to my guns. Regardless if I think my woman is out there doing some shit. That's what gets people big time. That's what gets men big time. They can imagine themselves without their woman. And then turn around and imagine their woman with somebody else. Man, look, if you still imagine it like that, and you're not imagining you with your woman, and when y'all old, sitting on the porch somewhere, rocking chairs, y'all got grandkids on top of grandkids, then you're gonna keep on running into these situations, man. It's like you drawing yourself in. You know? You ever wonder why you end up with certain people when you had a chance to end up with somebody else? It wasn't because the fates changed. No, it's your destiny to be with a dumbass. No, it's because you chose not to be. Most motherfuckers will take the path of least resistance. A woman that'll give it up quick is easier to deal with than a woman that won't. So what we do, we go with the path of least resistance. See? But we don't realize, man, the quicker you got down that path, it's the same way you gonna get lost all that bitch. Next thing you know, you're gonna be wandering around like, God damn, this hoe done got me lost. I'm all fucked up. Same thing with the women. God damn, this nigga done got me lost. And here we is out here. He ain't got no fucking clue. I ain't got no fucking clue. Well, the motherfucker with the compass back there that you called a square, nigga, is at home chilling with his warm fucking house and all that shit. See, you should have stuck with the square. And even that's not a guarantee, man. Man, you gotta want better to do better. I noticed that shit. Niggas spend too much time memorizing the wrong shit. We shouldn't be memorizing shit that we think is cool. That shit right there, coolness, is what caused the Ice Age, nigga. All right? What you should be memorizing is them aha moments. Like when you realize, oh yeah, them niggas lied about slavery. Don't never forget that shit. See, because that right there changed millions of motherfuckers' lives when they realized that slavery was a joke. We wouldn't even make it to this point if we didn't realize that. You know, white people, they some smart motherfuckers because they waited. See, they waited until niggas came up out of that fucking fog to say, you know what? No more DUI and affirmative action. Because if they wouldn't have waited, niggas would have been up in arms like you motherfuckers, y'all now want to take away our rights. Worse than what they already talking about it. Now they say they gonna take away DEI, affirmative action, and Black History Month, and Martin Luther King birthday. Niggas is like, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Shit. We wasn't using that shit anyway. Man, you don't think that that's a strategic move? Them people knew we was delusional. And they waited their time. Just like the motherfuckers that got us delusional did. See? White people, y'all knew. Y'all knew that we was doing this shit to each other. But y'all stood there and let us. See? That's a nigga right there that's not his brother's keeper. That's why I look side-eyed at some of y'all. I look side-eyed at white people because you know why? They'll let you wallow in your fucking ignorance. And then be like, He could have changed it a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? He could have changed it a long time ago. But nigga, you mean to tell me you couldn't give me a message that was gonna reach my dumb ass, bring me up out of this mindset? Because now that people are starting to realize that they've been lied to all these years, they not beholden to that shit no more. For instance, you got all of these people realizing that, you know, we're not who they say we are. That means that we're something else. And the good part about it is we could be anything, anything. If we weren't slaves, we could have been anything. And that's the great thing about this, coming to the realization of the lie, is that we weren't slaves. We weren't at the bottom of the barrel. We weren't destitute, disenfranchised, and out in the dumps. You know what I'm saying? We were actually something. We just got to fucking figure out what it was and go try to get back to that point. You know, but don't spend all your life trying to figure that shit out, because tell you the truth, that ain't really important. You know, that's just one of the obstacles, and a really small one, tell you the truth. You know, that's a really small obstacle that we needed to get over. But that little small obstacle was like a nigga sticking his foot out in, you know, when you running by and shit. It tripped a lot of niggas up. You know, it had a lot of niggas missing a lot of opportunities because they couldn't get over them white boys. Them white boys, they did us wrong, man. You know, they couldn't get over it. But then when they fucking did get over it, man, they were able to say, hey, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, they might be able to, you know, be cool and do shit with. You know? Some of y'all done went too fucking far though. Some of y'all ain't satisfied until the white boys become like white black boys. That is crazy to me. And y'all white dudes, man, stop doing that shit. I don't care if you did grow up around black people, man. That don't mean you gotta become them when they acting too. So all y'all acting, you an act of an act. You know, man, it's just weird. Just because you live around people don't mean you gotta change up your whole personality and become them. I mean, you a fake motherfucker if you like that. Knowing damn well none of your people act like that. Why you the only one out of a whole fucking family that's running around with golds in your mouth and braids and, you know what I mean? You the only one. None of your people talk like that. None of your people act like that. And the niggas, y'all stupid. He is really fucking blackface to y'all. Y'all don't even know it. Y'all think he getting up. He getting it up for the hood. No, man, he's pretending. He pretending. I don't care, man. I grew up around poor white people. I grew up around them right in the neighborhood. Ain't none of them come out there and try to act like everybody else out there. See, because everybody else was acting. So now, in order for white people to be down with black people, they gotta act too. That's crazy as hell. I wouldn't even hang around with nobody like that. I wouldn't hang around with no white dude that's acting just like me. Nigga, let me be me. You be you. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck? What if I get tired of being like that and I come outside and you acting like that? Now I don't even want to be around your dumb ass. See, and this is the shit that people don't understand, man. They keep on running into these situations head first. Put your hands up, nigga. Don't just fall on your face. I'm gonna always have some commentary to talk about. Always. Because there's so much shit out here. There's so much shit out here. And back to the shit about people, you know, remembering the wrong shit. You got motherfuckers that will remember another motherfucker's birthday, but don't even remember their own. Don't even remember their kids. You remember Martin Luther King's birthday, And when this motherfucker and that motherfucker did some shit, you can't show up to a appointment with your kids. You forgot the appointment, but you remember the days you have off with Martin Luther King's birthday, though. See, that's why I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit. Somebody gonna tell me one time that all the black heroes that we had, you know, none of them, we don't remember none of them saying that they did it for themselves. I can't remember where this shit came from. But I've been thinking about it lately, and I'm thinking to myself, man, think about all the black civil rights movements people and shit. Even the ones like Harriet Tubman and old girl Rosa Parks. What the fuck did we get from that? Think about let's go back to Harriet Tubman, right? Harriet Tubman with the Underground Railroad. She smuggled people, supposedly now, this is allegedly, I don't know if it's fact or not, smuggled people from slavery to freedom in another country, right? So they were no longer slaves. Well, why didn't they end up with anything? Why did their family members not end up with anything? Shouldn't they have been remembered throughout the years? All the slaves that were rescued by Harriet Tubman? You know what I'm saying? That would be like to solidify her legend, her legacy. These are the people that she saved. You can't find one motherfucker that they family passed on the history of being saved by Harriet Tubman. And this is the shit I be thinking about. Come on, man. Ain't nobody else gonna say this shit like this. Ain't nobody else gonna ask these questions. They scared because if they do, they're gonna remove some portion of their blackness. But see, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm just wondering, ain't nobody remembering Harriet Tubman but the fucking the historical archives. Ain't no family came forward. And if you come forward now after hearing this, I'm going to call your motherfucking bluff. Because you had a long time to come forward and say, my great, 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 great grandfather was saved by Harriet Tubman. And he wrote it down, and we saved it all these years. And every year on his birthday, we celebrate him and Harriet Tubman's achievements. I ain't never heard nobody say that. Ain't nobody come forward and say that they family was the one that was saved by this bitch. Man, I'm not gonna say that. By this woman. Okay, now let's look at Rosa Parks. She came obviously afterward. Rosa Parks on the bus. Now did niggas get a permanent seat in the front of the bus? Did they make a permanent seating for black people in the front of all buses now? So what did we get out of that? Besides a dumbass, I'm just gonna say a dumbass story that people was wanting to build movements behind. So you get arrested for not sitting where the bus driver told you to sit on his bus. Do you get in an Uber today and sit in the front seat with the driver? Fuck no. Why you ain't being Rosa Parks? All y'all niggas running around here taking Ubers. You should be Rosa Parks. The fat girl, she tried to be a Rosa Parks alike, but she fucking was retarded and didn't know that they gonna be looking at my social media. And her dumb ass had a good case of discrimination for being too fat. And she decided she was gonna go make videos of herself getting in and out of cars. But guess what? The wrong car. And you lost the case. See? Stupidness. Stupidness. And her lawyers could have told her that. They could have told her, look, keep a low profile. You got this in the bag, sweetheart. Don't go making no social medias, drawing attention to yourself. You about to be sitting on a bag. No, man, they let her go out there and do anything. Took a little money and still let her go out there and do anything. See, we gotta start thinking. Remember only the shit that's gonna help you. Fuck all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Now, so we got the Rosa Parks who was sitting at the bus, got arrested, started a riot from her being arrested for not sitting where the motherfucker said she could sit who was driving. Now look, the only reason why people really got in the uproar that she was sitting in the front because the fucking bus driver said he wasn't driving nowhere until she moved. And everybody was like, man, what the hell? Make that black bitch get to the back. I got business to take care of. See, create an unnecessary inconvenience so you can make your point. People do the same shit today, but back then they was simpler. You know, people were simple back then. You know, they thought that even a little gesture of sincerity goes a long way. But that wasn't sincere, man. That was just a little moment in time to make a publicity stunt that would bring only what? Fame to yourself, not your people. So that's two out the way. Now let's look at Martin Luther King. All them marches, all of them motherfucking speeches, all of that stuff that man did. And what? Ain't nobody getting none. All we got was a funky ass holiday and some streets named after him. After him. Why you gonna name the streets after the man and not after the cause? Should have been civil rights streets everywhere in America. No, we got Martin Luther King streets. See, and that's why every one of them motherfucking streets is fucked up. Because y'all want to worship the man and not the mission. Worship the mission, man. The mission was to help your people. We should have civil rights. We should have Civil Rights Boulevard. We should have Civil Rights fucking Way. Should have Civil Rights Drive. Not Martin Luther King Boulevard. Come on, man. You know what they did? They gave us something to worship. We should have been making our own fucking idols. We should have been making our own fucking idols. But see, y'all let the religion control y'all because y'all believe idol worship is bad. But then y'all do it behind closed doors. Fucking hypocrites. All right, let's go. Since we figured it out, Martin Luther King, right? Nobody became famous besides that man. With holidays and streets. I guarantee a paycheck became behind it. So let's go with Malcolm X. See? And see, this is what gets me, you know, to thinking. All y'all niggas now want to give up on the religion. All y'all want to give up on Christianity. Niggas want to throw their Bibles away and burn them and shit. Yeah. But y'all still worshiping and idolizing niggas that were religious zealots, were religious men. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, both religious men. Say something about either one of them niggas going to jail for it. Say something about Martin Luther King around a bunch of niggas. Oh, they gonna beat you to you blind. See? But you pull out a Bible, man, get the fuck out of here with all that Bible shit. You know? Where your Sky Daddy at? Martin Luther King, he based everything he was doing off of the Bible. About God. He was a preacher damn near. Same thing with Malcolm X. Allah. But see, Malcolm X, he ain't getting no holiday. He ain't getting no streets. Why? Why? Because he ain't walk around hand in hand with the motherfuckers that was actually out there blowing this propaganda up for us. He just did just enough to be remembered for some shit. See, he did just enough to be remembered for some shit. But we ain't getting nothing as a people out of any of that stuff, man. You know why we ain't getting nothing out of it? Because it wasn't meant to for us to get nothing out of it. It was only meant to keep us distracted for a long period of time. And congratulations, it did the job. It did the job. It took us 70 fucking years to get over this shit. 70 years to get over this shit. And we still got growing pains. We still going through it. We ain't done yet. We ain't done yet. We ain't got no more freedoms or rights than we had from the beginning. We ain't got the ones that they said we got extra was bogus, was demoralizing. Yeah, that shit. It's pitiful. You know, we struggled all those years trying to maintain the facade, but now that we realize that it's not a job for us, that it was actually meant for somebody else, that all of this shit wasn't for us, it was for somebody else. Now we could walk away from this shit and clean and wash our hands of it. Wash our hands of it, man. I can't believe motherfuckers uh wanted equality but didn't want equality. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to be equal but didn't want equality. You want to be just you want to be equal to the white man, so they said, but you want privileges the white man don't have. I don't understand that. And you see, the facade went on for so long and nobody said nothing that now that it's starting to leave, I think people are starting to see that, you know what, we don't have this shit. Why would we complain about it? We didn't have it back then. We fought to get it, and it ain't do nothing for us. And now we don't have it, and we still doing good. Why was we complaining about it? So who did all of that shit serve? Who did all that shit serve? It didn't serve us, because if it would have served us, we would have this fictitious dream that they've been saying for the past 70 years. You see what I'm saying? How they had us going, I want my reparations. 40 acres and a mill. Man, that is some crazy shit to make people repeat this shit for all them years and still don't give them shit. That is some diabolical shit. Have so many people in unison talking about reparations, 40 acres and a mule, all them years, and tell them that it was something that could happen or would happen or is going to happen. And then, oh, it didn't happen. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. I would be looking at the motherfuckers, see, that's saying next time, or that's preaching this shit. You know, I would be looking at them like this motherfucker still talking about, you know, next time. Man, when is this shit gonna work? I'm 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 getting buyer's remorse if I'm y'all. If you still run around this bitch waiting for a black revolution to happen, I would get buyer's remorse because you bought into this shit a long time ago and you ain't got a return on your efforts. I would feel ashamed to even bring it back up. You know, and I think that's what a lot of people are coming to terms with. Man, we chased this dream for all these years, and this nigga still ain't got nothing to show for it. Man, let's just leave this shit alone, man. Go on about our business. We better off, man. At least you ain't got to worry about faking it no more, you know what I'm saying? At least you ain't got to worry about, putting up this front that You for your people. You for the people. You know what I'm saying? Now you can just be yourself. And then go after the real shit that's attainable. But that's just me. That's just me. I feel like people have a chance to make anything, to do anything they want to do. And guess what? You ain't nobody throughout history were able to get anything for something. For nothing, I mean. It always took something. It always took some effort from the individual that's trying to acquire it to perform. And that's the crazy part about this shit. But see, the whole time we up here thinking that somebody had the upper hand on us, or they used us for so many years, and we fail to realize that everything starts from nothing and then grows to something. But it's gonna take work. But nah, we should be able, we shouldn't have to pay for food. We shouldn't have to pay to live. Man, I swear, boy, it's crazy as hell around here. It's crazy as hell around here. Once you come to terms with this shit and you see that you've been led by the nose and people are just saying shit just to say it, to get a reaction or to virtue signal and get some kind of fucking following, it should be obvious nowadays, man. Ain't nobody. There's not too many people that's really speaking, truthfully, straight, just straight off the head, man. Ain't too many people doing that. They too worried about views and subscribers and shit. It's all an act. And then we done created these. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I like it too. We done created these environments where everything's toxic. I mean, the toxicity in a controlled environment is way better than the toxicity of an uncontrolled environment. It's hilarious when it's in a controlled environment. You got people now, like I'm starting to notice that a lot of these uh, uh, content creators are leaning towards these debate channels and shit. They're not really debate channels. It's more like, uh, you know, uh, they're just like messy channels and shit. It's really popular because you know what it does? It's almost like watching improv and shit. You know, you get a motherfucker in there, say a word, and then everybody start talking. You gotta act it out and shit. So I'm looking at it like it's improv, but that's what people are going to nowadays. These lower forms of entertainment are starting to come back, and I don't think they ever left. I think that they were just, you know, made more complicated. Because you know how a motherfucker corners the market. He makes a system and he makes a program into a system. See, and then he turns that into a bunch of different systems. So in order to get one cog, you got to send it through 20 machines and shit. And that's how they trademark shit. They make it so it's exclusive to one person or one thing. But the way we doing it right now, I think is good. This improv, this uh, impromptu way of entertainment is pretty good. I like it, man. Conflict is, a medium of exchange as well. At some point, you're gonna have to confront, the bullies. You're gonna have to come out of your shell and speak up for yourself. And I think this form of entertainment is a good practice for that. Because if they try to do the same shit they did back in the day and start these stupid ass movements again, we're gonna need niggas to be able to say, Man, y'all fucking stupid and not feel no qualms about it. Because there's one thing I noticed when I watch these old videos. Is that horse dead? What the fuck? Is he all right? Oh yeah, he all right. He was landing like he dead. Oh my goodness, boy. Shit, I should have showed y'all. Get out the street. But yeah, man, we gonna need people that's gonna be able to have discernment, you know, and the 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 main characters we need to have the most discernment. Cause I'm gonna let you know, man, ladies, men aren't that complex. We don't have too many layers. At least I don't. You know, I'm capable of only tolerating shit for a certain amount of time. After that, I'm cutting it off. I'm amputating it. I'm disassociating myself from it. But we need more women to have discernment because back in the day, if you look at these civil rights movements and these marches, 90% of them, man, were women. 90% of them. I might be exaggerating a little bit. It might be a little bit less, but I saw more women out there in these groups than I did men. Now, were they following because they believed in the movement, or was they following this man, that they admired and look up to? Because believe it or not, Martin Luther King was a celebrity. He was a prosperity preacher. And just like T.D. Jakes and, Creflo Dollar in the black you know, uh, culture, man, these people have clout. They have the ability to move large numbers of people. So women, we need women to have more discernment, and that's only gonna make us better because men ultimately we ain't that complicated. And one thing for sure, we're always going to try and please our women. We'll put up with anything if we got a good woman. To tell you the truth, we'll sleep out in the cold. We'll go hungry. If we got a good woman and we know that she gonna stick with us through thick and thin, shit, man, we'll put ourselves through hell, man, for that hoe. Yeah. And I ain't saying hoe like it's a derogatory, but we'll put ourselves through hell for that woman, man. So women, y'all lead from the back. Y'all don't really lead from the front, and that's the proper place to lead from. Because if you don't understand the place of a leader, then you don't realize that in the back you protected. You can give orders from the back, just like the generals and the colonels and shit, and the admirals. Them niggas ain't on the front lines. The niggas on the front lines get taken out first. Women, y'all need to stay behind your guard, man. Women ought to be fucking football fans. They should be the big football fans because they women don't realize they the quarterbacks of a home. They the quarterbacks, man. Women used to stay in the pocket all day, man. Every day. Stay in the pocket. Niggas out there blocking for them all day. See? Nah, they want to get on the front line and be a lineman and get ran the fuck over, get head butted, knocked on their ass and shit. That's what women want. Y'all want that now. Hey, your teeth missing, fingers all dislocated and shit. That's what y'all want now, huh? Women, no. Stay in your lane. Take your proper place. All right? Lead from the back. Stay in the pocket, man. You can throw it to whoever you want to throw it to. See? That's what we need. We need more women with discernment. And then eventually more men will follow. If they ain't already doing it. Because if you push too hard, man, men are innovators. Innovators. We're creators. We build shit. We build shit. Let women go totally fucking nuts and start acting like, see, right now women ain't really acting like they running shit. Let them go totally nuts and acting like they running shit and try to withhold from a man. Shit. I'm telling you, there's already mechanisms in place. They'll replace our ass. They'll replace y'all ass with a robot real quick. Telling you, you think niggas is making AI for advancements in technology? Man, it's not hard to see niggas that made AI, and I'm not talking about black people. I'm talking about all people. Men that created AI to replace women. What better companion do you want than a motherfucker that only listens to what you say and gives you a flat out answer every time and will do your bidding no matter what? That's an ideal companion for a man. All men. All men. Women. I don't see no women. Women. Women did. You know their solution for men? A dick. That's their solution for men. We don't need no man. Let's create the best part of a man, a dick. Men that went out there and created the whole fucking package, nigga. The body, everything. The vagina, the ass, the eyes, the mouth, the nose, the arms, the hands. Oh, man, the hands the most important part. See? Because ultimately what a man want a woman for is to take care of him. Ultimately, to take care of him. So the hands. The hands the most important. Women that went ahead and just created only one piece of the man. Didn't create no other part of it. The dick. That's it. Get the fuck out of here. Women, y'all so fucking one-sided. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame, women, y'all that shallow, that y'all will only create one part of the man, one part of the opposite sex, the sex part. That's some cold shit. When we around this bitch creating whole humans, we create whole humans. We don't just want the pussy. We can create a pocket pussy. We showed y'all that. We want the whole package. We want the body. We want to be able to talk to that motherfucker, you know, tell it to do shit, and they gonna do it. And then be able to think at the same time. Women don't even want that. They don't even want to talk to you. They don't want none of your. They don't want your torso, nigga. They don't. They don't want your torso, nigga. They don't even want your to look at your ass. They just want to feel it down there. That's it. That is some cold shit, man. But that just goes to show you, man, who making shit, who make this shit. Women, if y'all want to create a world of peace, prosperity, and equality, guess what? Stop trying to be like a man, because we don't want none of that shit. We don't want none of that shit. We don't give a fuck if it's got peace around this bitch. Come on my land and fucking with me. I'm gonna make it very unpeaceful for your motherfucking ass. She a woman, she's like, well, maybe they want to buy some sugar, borrow some sugar. You know what I'm saying? Hell no, nigga. Men do not want that. We don't give a fuck about peace and prosperity. Women, that's what we make for women. We make that shit for our women so they can be comfortable. Niggas practice sleeping outside on the ground for years at a time. We get a job that's all about that. The Army. You see what I'm saying? The Marines. Niggas don't mind living on a boat for fucking years on end. That's why they created the Navy. You think that shit's for protection of the land? Nah, man, that ain't protection of the land. That's a big ass fucking Boys Club, big ass Boy Scouts, man. That's for niggas that want to carry on brutally after fucking high school. They want to carry on like a brute. So they go in the military where they could be a brute for hire. Women, y'all better recognize, man, y'all hold the power. Y'all hold the power in y'all hands. See? Niggas used to tell y'all hold the power in between y'all legs, but y'all don't. Not no more. Not no more. A woman came up with the first sex toy, and the first sex toy she made was of a man's penis. And then men came up with sex toys. And you see how elaborate we got with it. See? And this is a serious problem because there are people out there that's telling women they win in this fight. They win in this fucking scrimmage. And they losing all along, man. They losing all along. Y'all don't realize, man, that y'all acted just like us when y'all open there using them toys. Y'all acted just like us. You know how they say a nigga go up in there and masturbate, wipe it up with a tissue or a sock or some shit? Y'all just like that too. Y'all go in there and do y'all thing and throw it in the drawer, nigga. Put it in a box under the bed. Y'all worse than us now. Y'all worse than us. It's a damn shame, man. Y'all done turned into brutes. Let's change this shit, man. Let's get it back the way it used to be. Oh, man. I'm out here driving and shit, man. Yeah. But y'all done, man, we need to take back this shit. And the only way we're going to be able to do it flawlessly is with women. But women need to know, man, that we not like y'all. We ain't even close mentally. You know, all that get in touch with the feminine side shit, that was a joke. You know, psychologists taught that as a joke. Ain't no man gonna get in touch with his feminine side. And if he does, it's weird. It's fake. You know what I'm saying? It's like telling a woman, get in touch with your man's side. What the fuck? You never heard them talk about tell a woman to get in touch with her masculine side. That's the last thing a woman want to hear, a real woman want to hear. You need to get in touch with your masculine side. But they'll tell a man quick, you need to get in touch with your feminine side. You know why? Because they joking. They making fun of women by saying that ain't no man get in touch with nothing feminine inside of him when he ain't a female. Then we got these crackpot ass fucking feminist scientists telling us before a man becomes a man, he starts off with a vagina. Man, get the hell out of here. If y'all knew what is happening inside of y'all self, y'all wouldn't be sitting up here listening to that bullshit. See? Men know exactly what's happening inside of y'all because who y'all going to have us rip them babies out of y'all? A man. Women just started doing that not too long ago. But ask them, when you pulling them babies out of them at 3-4 weeks and shit, how they look? Them babies look like miniature humans. Full miniature humans. With small hands and feet, 10 toes, 10 fingers. 2 eyes, a nose, and some ears. And a mouth. Don't look like no damn kangaroo or motherfucking baby seahorse that they be showing us on them pictures. Man, they making fun of us, man. Them motherfucking animals that they showing us on pictures telling us this is how humans start off. Start off as 2 cells, turn to 3 cells, turn to 4 cells. We up there, write that down. It's gonna be on the test. Man, get the fuck out of here. Test is wrong. Only humans come from humans. Little humans grow to big humans. That's it. That's it. But at the same time, we also have to look at the fact that we came a long way, man, from where we used to be. See, I foresee when I turn about 70, 80 years old, ain't gonna be no more people not knowing what they gonna do with their life. Motherfuckers gonna figure it out big time. And if they don't, AI gonna help them figure it out. See, the reason why they were so successful back in the day with tricking a lot of us into following their movements is because a lot of us didn't know what the fuck we wanted to be. We didn't know what we wanted to be. If we would have knew what a activist was, we wouldn't even go down that block. Activism is one of the highest stressful jobs. I mean, you can't get no more stressful than that shit. You literally have to train yourself to be in opposition of anybody that doesn't look like you or act like you. And motherfuckers talking about something, you gotta get rid of stress. Yeah, okay. It's crazy, man, out here. It's crazy. Yep. But I'm about to go ahead. I'm gonna have another live here pretty soon at 1 o'clock and shit. Stay tuned, man. Hit the like and the share button, man. Tap in with your boy. You know, I've been making these damn podcasts since 2022, man. 2022. Hit your boy up, subscribe, man. Help me to get monetized on these motherfuckers. You know? But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all in about what time is it? Well, shit, not even that long, man. Like an hour and a half. I'll see y'all in an hour and a half when my next live starts. Y'all stay frosty out there. Salutes to the real ones.